Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to this special episode of the YAFcast. I am your host, Orish Mary, and today we have with us Mr. Afanyu Yembe, who is the Continental Coordinator of the YAF Africa Initiative, under whose banner the Youth Forum on Adaptation Finance is being organized. Thank you very much, Mr. Afanyu, for joining us on this platform today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, and we really appreciate you taking out your time to be with us here today. And we have a few questions to ask you concerning the upcoming YOFAFA, which is scheduled to take place on the 29th to the 31st of October 2024. So my first question goes thus: what inspired YOFAFA? I mean, what is the objective behind YOFAFA?
So, YOFAFA, when we created the YAF Africa Initiative, the main aim was to bring youths, African youths from all diverse backgrounds to the discussion table. And I think so far we are above 1,000 and so um, uh, members of the Africa Initiative. But now we thought that it could not just only end at there. We needed to have a way where we'll bring these youths to connect meaningfully together and with experts in the field, especially around adaptation finance, where they could come and discuss, come and share ideas, share their knowledge, and have their voices heard, especially when it comes to adaptation, because adaptation is the priority for Africa, and Africa is the population of Africa is the youths are greater than any other area in the world,
Okay.
and so that is a driving force. And if youths are actually affected by climate change, most especially, and we are forced to adapt to climate change, and others in the fields are forced to adapt to climate change. And when you don't have that missing element, which is the youth, on the table to discuss the realities and bring their own ideas to the table on how to get more funds for adaptation, it's not a fair game for Africa as a
Okay.
whole. So we decided that let us have this forum where the youth can come and share their ideas, talk with experts, have their voices heard, bring new project ideas on how to further better the lives of the millions and millions of Africans on the continent.
Excellent, excellent. So, when since we are organizing the UFAFA 2024 this October, what are the participants expected to achieve?
So participants are, first of all, I would like to say that the forum had already begun from the 16th of September during an online training, where we were training a number of youths on how to write projects and get funds for adaptation using GCL processes. And the physical forum that is going to take place from the 29th to the 31st is a medium where these youths can come and share their knowledge to other youths on what they've learned during out this month of training online. Share project ideas again, like I said. Bring the different perspectives to the table, and I believe that a lot of youths who will be present at the this forum will be really impacted by the wealth of knowledge, especially from experts that we are bringing from all over.
Okay, and so how does UFAFA how does UFAFA ensure your participation of youth in the climate decision making tables, like maybe ensuring their participation at international meetings like the Conference of Parties, I think the other one that took place in Bonn, and in the
Yes,
meetings
the
like that.
airspace.
Okay.
Yes, so like we say, you need to know something before you talk on the subject. And we've discovered that we've had a lot of lacking capacity amongst youth who don't really understand even just the concept of climate change, for instance. And that is one of the major factors that hinders Africans from taking their part on the
Okay.
table to talk about these issues, to bring the solutions to these issues. So one way we're tackling that is we're trying to ensure that our youths, the African youths, are well informed, they have understanding of climate change processes, of understanding of all these processes that take place. It's a very vast work and a very complex work when it comes to the climate change arena, and it's really important that these African youths are well informed. And I mean, when you live in a world where especially climate denialists are really very good with their arguments, and when you come to a discussion table to talk about justice, climate justice, and you have these people bombarding you with all kinds of questions and stuff, and you find yourself lacking. Um, it shows lack of capacity and probably shows lack of seriousness on the part of the
Yeah,
youth.
definitely.
So it turns hinders them from participating into those different conferences. So it is really important that we get our youths to be able to have this knowledge, understand the processes, and then thereafter we attack.
Okay, that's quite impressive. And how does UFAFA envision impacting Africa's climate change adaptation efforts? Yeah. So how do you envision UFAFA impacting Africa's climate change adaptation efforts?
Um, they say that no man is an island, and I believe that the way we proceed, we do our things here during UFAFA and YAF in general, is that we also seek partnership and collaborations with other stakeholders, that is governmental, private sector, banking institutions and stuff, bringing them the different ideas on how we can meaningfully, truly, and justly solve the grave injustice that has taken place on the African continent due to climate crisis, which Africa has contributed very, very little to. And so we've been in talks with different partners and institutions, bringing them different perspectives, and I believe that the continuous advocacy that we are doing will surely hit the ground running. We were privileged to have last year, the UFAFA last year, when we had the Minister of Environment, when we came out with the on the youth call on adaptation finance, and he really was appreciative of that initiative and took Cameroon's position for that was at the last COP that just passed. Again in Chad, the same thing. The minister and I think the governor of I think I have to check again, but we had a representative Idris who took the UFAFA banner to Chad and had these bilateral meetings with the government people who agreed, who were actually for the UFAFA idea. And I think that is the way forward. Targeting these stakeholders is what is going to push. Um,
Yeah, and I think I've also noticed a great UFAFA is being discovered in other countries like Ghana, Burkina Faso, Mali, because we see a lot of these youth that are engaging and posting about it and all that. So, do you have any message that you would like to share with the youth who are interested in the climate change adaptation and all that?
yes. My message to the youth is that your voice matters,
Exactly.
your idea matters, you do matter. And remember that the youth are the driving force of Africa, and we need to harness that energy to really defend our continent. We stand for our continent with the spirit of Pan Africanism. So don't be shy. People can, like a wise man once said, somebody cannot be beating you and telling you how to cry. So shout, cry. It's your right. Let somebody not make you feel guilty for crying because of injustice. So your voice matters, you do matter, Africa matters.
My voice matters, your voice matters. Thank you very much. Is there, you mentioned earlier, you mentioned the Africa and its launch. So is there a way for youth to join the YAF Africa initiative?
Sure. Visit our website at cf54.org and the yafafrica.access54.org website. We'll have a sign up to the initiative button. Also follow us on our social media platforms, and it will keep you informed on other developments and other activities that will be taking place. So sign up and be part of the movement, be part of the change, and be part of Africa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Afanyu Yembe. We are pleased to have you on our platform. And for all the youth that are watching, remember that your voice matters. Everybody's voice matters. And we are here willing to help you to improve on your efforts. Do not work alone. The YAF Africa Initiative is an initiative that is galvanizing youth all over Africa to join us as a united voice, because we are one people and together we stand. Thank you once more again, Mr. Afanyu Yembe, for joining us on this platform. And we hope to have you again another time, maybe when the forum is ongoing, to keep the viewers updated. And thank you very much. We are going to paste the links on the screen below, just to make sure that you don't miss the website. See you next time.